So this is a little tutorial about how to color if you don't have a pen tablet. And a couple of friends and family have asked me to do this little tutorial, so here it is. Now, um, if I'm using here the program Clip Studio Paint, which is a program especially designed for comic book coloring, and then I'm gonna go show you in Photoshop. And here the ink. So what Clip Studio Paint has is a layer detection here in the bucket tool. So it takes into the consideration the layers above, and above it I have a ink layer. It's the line art, and it is vector. You can see here you can do a very detailed vector line art in Clip Studio Paint. It's just amazing for this. So let me just take out a previous page so I have the correct colors. And I just use the eyedropper. I press Alt key and I select the color, and then I go here and I just click it. Boom, there it is. And I'm just using the bucket tool to color this line art. It is very simple. Now in Photoshop you don't have this, so this is the same line art as you can see here. And if I go and make a layer for the colors underneath, like I did in Clip Studio Paint, so this is color, this is ink. Here it's all a raster, it's no longer vector. If I scale this, it'll become pixelated. You need to scale it a little bit more to see on the screen. I can see it, but you probably guys can't see it. So now if I do the same thing I did in Clip Studio Paint, it colors the whole page. Let's see my OBS. It's still recording, okay. Sometimes it crashes, so I need to check. So what you can do is select the layer and go on and color like this. But then again, the shapes aren't closed, so you need to close the shapes. And so I'm gonna take one that is already closed here to show you as an example, and if I go on the layer underneath, there, I can color it. It needs to be less dark. And press undo and then color again. And then you have to select each and one of these. Now that's gonna be really time consuming, so what you can do is just duplicate the layer and make one of these the color. And then you just fill in the colors. And if you uncheck the ink layer, you're coloring on that ink layer. But you would still want to have them separately in case you want to edit something. It's best to have the ink and the color layer separately, in case you want to remove some details or want to change some things. As you can see, it has gone over the line art, and it's best to have them separately. Now if you don't have a tablet to make the line art, what you can do is, let's say, draw it with pencil on paper and then take it into a vector program, like Illustrator. Here I'm using Adobe Illustrator. You can use Clip Studio Paint, or an Inkscape. Inkscape is free. Let me show you. Inkscape. So this is Inkscape, this is their icon, and it's a free vector program. You can use Illustrator, you can use Clip Studio Paint. For making line art, for me it's most easy to do if I want to do vector line art without a pen tablet, because let's say my pen tablet is broken, or I don't have it with me and I need to do a line art vector. One way that you can do is, let's see, I'm gonna take the opacity to 50, and I'm gonna lock the layer so that I can draw. Now this isn't ideal, I wouldn't recommend it. I think the best way to do any line art um, is with a pen tablet, and nowadays they've gotten really cheap, like a pen tablet from Wacom the Bamboo secondhand on eBay can be $50, and if you're in the US it's super convenient with the transport. If you're not, it's a bit more difficult. No, I don't want ink, I want calligraphy, more or less. So you gotta select the brush before the brush icon tool works. And you can do line art here with this one. Come on, I want it dark. There we go. And you can select the filling to be white, and then you can remove points that you made too many. Select the thickness, and now you pretty much have the basic shape of the face. Another way you can do it is with straight lines. And kind of build each one of these. And you can select kind of the line. A lot of characteristics for it. Not all of the vector programs are gonna have as many options for vector illustration, or they have different options. Like Clip Studio Paint has other options that are a lot better, and I prefer to do my line art there. And you can erase part of this. And this is about it. You have much more control in drawing in a program like Clip Studio Paint, and also it makes it a lot more lively. Of course, you can do a lot of awesome paintings in Illustrator. There are plenty of examples on the internet. It's just that this program is not specialized for painting. It's specialized for vector graphics, making logos and other things like that, icons for applications and menus and so on and so forth. And you can color it directly from here, like you can say give them green eyes, and then you can do the shading differently. Let's say you can do it a gradient. The eyes. So you can get pretty detailed in Clip Studio Paint as well. For painting, I prefer Clip Studio Paint because it has some things that Photoshop doesn't. And also Photoshop has some advantages over Clip Studio Paint, but overall I prefer to use Clip Studio Paint because it just has so many more advantages over the other programs. But if you don't have a tablet and you have only a vector program or only Paint Toolsite or free programs like this, this is one way that you can do some kind of minimalistic drawings that still look okay, and you can still make a story and get your characters and the message and the whole narrative across to the people on the internet if you want to post these. You can also publish these in print format. Like now I've worked RGB and CMYK color format is for print. So you can also set your color mode here and in Photoshop as well, and also all the graphic programs pretty much have this, and you can choose which one you want. Okay, so that was it for this little tutorial. I'm gonna end it here and continue with coloring the comic book pages from my story, Neil's Feynman's Time Traveling Adventures. And if you want to learn more about this, you can check out my videos on my channel, my YouTube channel, Hisame Artwork.